blood. Okay. Menaces with spikes of blood of Armak. So you use 2 bloods of Armak to make this? You bastard. Muriel Avas. Mural Gobbles. Thab. Page Leafy. The Destined Girders. A marble mug. 4,000 dwarf bucks. That's kind of pathetic. Circle of bands of cushioned marble, Capicons, image of dwarves in marble. The dwarves are laboring. The artwork relates to the foundation of blood machines by the continental granites of the Reps of Confederation in the early spring of 101. On the item is an image of a were-kangaroo. A were-kangaroo. You heard me right. A were-kangaroo in marble. A were-kangaroo. Wow. Kanatakuth, the Recreational Chasm, a marble coffin. Isn't this the one that was worth like a fortune? 52,000, so not that much. Encircled with bands of cushioned marble Capicons and table cut rubies, this object minces with spikes of bone. On the item is an image of a house in cotton fiber. Well, that's just quaint. Volcanic battle axes, lots of them. Oh crap. Athulamazit. List, that's the Beth. Ford sizzled. The torched twinkle. That's not a terrible name. I don't know if I want to call my bed that, but sounds very flamey, doesn't it? 16,000 dwarf bucks. Decorate bone and wood. Encircled bands of rectangular marble Capicons and wood. This object minces with spikes of wood. On the item is an image of 2 shade thorn and wood. And wool, On the item is an image of dwarfs in rusty iron. The dwarfs are laboring. The artwork relates to the foundation of bottom machines by the continental grants of the Ropes of Confederation in the early spring of 101. On the item is an image of 2 thread in leather. 2 shade and 2 thread. 2 shade thorn. Well, that's okay. Kamukurg. Gush. Priestly Sorrow. The Mossy Weird. A fungi scepter. We may have already looked at this one. Probably not. 171,000 dwarf bucks. I think that takes the record so far. Highest quality, encircled with radiant cut rubies. Encircled with bands of fungi. Menaces with spikes of bone obsidian. On the item is an image of 2 earrings in ruby. On the item is an image of dwarfs in rusty iron. The dwarfs are traveling. The artwork relates to the foundation of blood machines, the continental grants by the Reps of Confederation in the early spring of 101. On the item is an image of Rabin Authority Word. The human in chromite. Rabbit Authority Word is traveling. The artwork relates to the hunting of great beast of the human. Rabbit Authority Word in the top jungles. Hunting of great beast of the human. That doesn't make any sense. On the item is an image of Ras Seduction Axe. Man, the random generator for this particular world is just perverse. The Dwarf in Rose Gold. Well, that's something. Ordiator? Orderator? The Incinerated Perfections. Basalt Mechanisms. That was certainly one of them. 74,000 dwarf bucks. Really? Wow, this is a long one. Encircled with rectangular obsidian Capicons. Encircled with bands of rectangular basalt Capicons, rose-cut rubies, wool, and copper. On the item is an image of Ugono Odorous Trembled, the gnome, and Ghost Conquerors, the Dragon Raptor in Basalt. Ugano Odorous Trembled is cringing. Ghost Conquerors is striking a menacing pose. The artwork relates to the tearing off of the gnome Ugano Odorous Trembled lower right back tooth by the Dragon Raptor Ghost Conquered in the year 66. So this is about a Dragon Raptor dentist, obviously. A Dragon Raptor gnome dentist, specifically. But if you're Dragon Raptor, you just take work where you can get it. On the item is an image of Oblivio Shadow Funerals, the Tunnel of Dying, the Dust Man, and Dwarves in Leather. Oblivio Shadow Funerals, the Tunnel of Dying, is surrounded by dwarves. The arc relates to the rise of the Dust Man. Oblivio Shadow Funerals, the Tunnels of Dying, as an enemy of the Ropes of Confederation in the other summer of the year 63. Interesting. So we have an arch nemesis, it looks like. Oh, and this keeps going. During the rampage of the Dustman, Oblivio Shadow Funerals, the Tunnels of Dying in Seducer Stormy. I'm telling you, perverse. On the item is an image of common skates in rare silk. On the item is an image of penguins in leather. Well, okay. On the item is an image of Temo, Sculpt Dreads, the Shield Bearer, and Ritney, Theater Defend, the Crawling Insect, the Iron Colossus in wood. That is not what I would call it, an Iron Colossus. Seriously, the Crawling Insect? Temu's Sculpted Dreads is cringing. The Miptimi Theater Defends. The Crawling Insect is striking a menacing pose. The artwork relates to the smashing of the Shield Bearer. Temu's Sculpted Dreads, right shin by the Iron Colossus. Mipti Theater Defends. The Crawling Insect in the year 87. A little bit of history there. Another marble mug, the Worthless Tree. Excellent name. Excellent name. Excellent. Kukshadak. I'm probably butchering these names, but who else can pronounce them right? 102,000 dwarf bucks. That is a pricey mug. Encircled with square brilliant cut rose quartzes, studded with copper, encircled with bands of rare silk and scrap, adorned with hanging wreaths of titanium and menaces with spikes of rare silk and titanium. On the item is an image of Conjured United, the Urtulsum Morning Star in marble. Baladudos, the Cold Man, a marble figurine of Sached Cheerful Houses. I think we have looked at this one. Pretty sure I remember that name. Image of dwarves and orcs and wolf. Fighting with the orcs relates to the attack by the Ropes of Confederation. I guess we'll read it again, because I don't remember that part. On the item... Okay. The item is a masterfully designed image of Sached Cheerful Houses, the Dwarf in marble by Adam Thorzamat. Sached Cheerful Houses is making a plaintive gesture. The artwork relates to the mortal wounding of the dwarfs Sached Cheerful Houses in Blooded Machines in the early autumn of 104. Oh, why are you making figurines of dead people? It is encrusted with rectangular marble cabicons and encircled with bands of rectangular marble cabicons. On the item is an image of Leany Organized Field, the creature mate of Shadow, and Dwarves in Marble. Leany Organized Field is surrounded by the doors. The artwork relates to the rise of the creature mate of Shadow. Leany organized as an enemy of the Ropes of Confederation. It's actually Ropes of Consideration, isn't it? Whoops. I've been saying that wrong all this time. Ropes of Consideration. In the late spring of 58, during the rampage of the creature mate of Shadow, Leany organized Field in Snotboarded. Oh, God, we did settle there. Snotboarded? That's a name to be proud of. I'm from Snotboarded. It's a hard living there. But we got snot. We got boards. We make the best of it. On the item is an image of dwarves and orcs in wood. The dwarves are fighting with the orcs. The artwork relates to the attack by the Ropes of Consideration on the cruelty of entrails in the Aching Hills in the mid-spring of 33 during Tudrow listed the vandalized clashes. Famous battle, apparently. Go Dwarves, kick those orcs' ass. Yay for the home team. Surprised that isn't worth more. Another marble mug? How many is that? 3 or 4? Takum Thalum Fathor. Chasm opens. The Forest of Trolls. Not a terrible name. 39,000 Dwarfy bucks. Crested with round, brilliant cut rock crystals, decorated with bone, encircled with bands of leather, bone, scrap, rusty iron, adorned with hanging rings of marble. On the item is an image of 2 maples in clear zircon. Not very interesting. Elik Ithos Ephraim Thabost. Singled calls the ripeness of flares. Whoa. Whoa. Wow, that just blew away everybody else, didn't it? That's more than twice the next runner-up, isn't it? 374,000 dwarf bucks. What the hell is this made out of? Obsidian coffer, encircled with bands of bone and oval. Ah, there it is. Oval Bifrost Cubicons. The object misses with spikes of bone and Bifrost. On the item is an image of Vernal Glade in obsidian. On the item is an image of a mountain gnome in leather. On the item is an image of Erdum Snoop Bronzes, the dwarf and dwarves in Bifrost. Erdum Snoop Bronzes is surrounded by the dwarves. The artwork relates the ascension of the dwarf Erdum Snoop Bronzes to the position of Queen of the Ropes of Confederation in the year 14. Wasn't there one like in the year 15 or something like that? No, it was the year 40. Now, we've gone through quite a lot of queens, haven't we? On the item is an image of a barren desert and bone. Well, that's just depressing. But there's a vernal glade and a barren desert. And a mountain gnome. It's all kind of items on that. Leklitast, Kermomixtal, Bristled Torch, the Embraced Ownership, a bone crown, looks like. 23,000 dwarf bucks. Bone crown, highest quality, encircled with oval basalt. Cubicons, decorated with bone and leather, encircled with bands of oval rock crystal cubicons and rectangular basalt cubicons. The object misses with spikes of rose quartz, rose silk, and leather. Wow, we still have more to go. A bone right gullet. Gigeth Buxoth, the violent brigands. A bone right gullet. 26,000 dwarf bucks. Studded with copper, decorated with bone, encircled with bands of bone, emerald cut rose quartzes, and round Gabriel Copacons. This object is adorned with spikes of hanging reeds of bone, menaces with spikes of basalt and rose quartzes. On the item is an image of combat arenas in rose quartz. On the item is an image of a bracelet and fungi. Well, I guess combat arenas on a bone gauntlet is fitting. Id Imid. The Year of Falls. A green glass ring. It's the one ring. 54,000 Dorfy bucks. Circled with cushioned basalt cubicons, decorated with tough leather, encircled with bands of fungi. Menaces with spikes of green glass and cotton fiber ring. Oh, and cotton fiber? That would be kind of uncomfortable to wear. On the item is an image of shade thorn and fungi. On the item is an image of Nomad, Chopspoon, the dwarf, and two dew beetles in basalt. Nomad is embracing the two dew beetles. I think I read this last time. On the item is an image of Zanfed Citadels, the dwarf, and Zuri Color Stab, the Peak of Marbles, the Sky Dragon, and Amethyst. Zuri Color Stab, the Peak of Marbles, is striking down Zanfed Citadels. The artwork relates to the killing of the dwarves and Citadels by the Sky Dragon. Zuri Color Stab, the Peak of Marbles, in the Taut Jungles in the year 94, which probably means there's a dragon somewhere around here. Maybe we'll get a visit from another basalt mechanism. Yeah, this is not the same one. Erstolod Tagoldek Handle feature. The Stormy Sides, a basalt mechanism. 84,000 Dorfy bucks. Encrusted with cushion Gabriel Capcons, and encircled with bands of rigid scale plate, iron bone, and cotton fiber. Menaces with spikes of basalt, Gabriel, ruby, and iron bone. A little bit of lack of imagination there. Just throw a bunch of stuff on there. Kethil Ingle. Principal Season, a basalt coffin. 200,000 Dorfy bucks. Basalt coffin. Craft horses of the highest quality. Encrusted with round praise opal copicons. Decorated with fungi and chitin. I know how to pronounce it, I just gotta think about it. Chitin plate. This object menaces with spikes of basalt and cat's eye. On the item is an image of dwarfs and basalt. The dwarfs are traveling. This artwork relates to the foundation of blood machines by the continental granites of the ropes of consideration in the early spring of 101. On the item is an image of a fire ant in Bifrost. On the item is an image of singled calls, the ripeness of flares, the obsidian coffer, and cat's eye. On the item is an image of scourge sizzles, the dwarf, and a leather boot. And fungi, scourge sizzles is raising the leather boot. The artwork relates to the masterful leather boot created by the dwarf scourge sizzles for the continental granites at blooded machines in the early spring of 111. Dobor Vasixaldus. Dobor Laceward. A fungi cup. That's gotta be like 4 or 5 cups, mugs, thingies. 102,000 dwarf bucks. We have some pretty high-end cups here. This is a fungi cup, all crafted with the highest quality, studded with copper, encircled with bands of fungi. Marquise, cut clear, zircons, and rigid scale plate. Menaces with spikes of green glass, blood of Armagh, and clear zircon. On the item is an image of dwarfs and bone. The dwarfs are laboring. The artwork relates to the foundation of fortification shafted by the wall of pitting of the ropes of consideration in one. Really? A foundation of somebody else. Fortification shafted. Okay. Inktos Raleth Taker Lamented. A cotton fiber kilt. That's right, we wear kilts here. 154,000 dwarf bucks. It is encircled with tapered baguette cut clear zircon, studded with steel, decorated with cotton fiber, and encircled with bands of laminar leather. And is made from cotton fiber cloth. The thread is purple with plump helmet dye. This object is adorned with hanging rings of cotton fiber and necklaces with spikes of bone and obsidian. On the item is an image of Stozu, frigid maligned, the drow in clear zircon. Stozu, frigid maligned, is traveling. The artwork relates to the hunting of great beasts of the drow. Stozu, frigid maligned, in the taut jungles in the year 89. A lot has happened in the taut jungles, hasn't it? On the item is an image of Genem, Romance Counseled, the human, and something's silver shades. The give Cyclops and Emerald. I guess it's just silver shades, or maybe it looks like there's something there that's whatever the seed is. A seed is, I don't know what symbol that's supposed to be. We're just gonna call them silver shades is striking down Genem Roman counseled. The artwork relates to the killing of the human. Genem Romance counseled by the give Cyclops. They're silver shaded in the taut jungles in the year 86. I think that's the guy that we set on fire, isn't it? We set somebody on fire that was a Cyclops. That type of Cyclops. Wow, this is a long one. I'm going to pause recording here for a minute and catch my breath, and I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. My voice was getting out a little bit there. Continuing on. Debishneth Olam Keg. Spasm Balance the Dispersal of Steam. A Basalt Bracelet. Wait, I forgot to look at how much it cost. 68,000 Dwarfy bucks. It is encrusted with round basalt, copacons, and table-cut cat size. Just plain cat size. Decorated with fungi and encircled with bands of leather and copper. This object is adorned with hanging rings of copper and menaces with spikes of amethyst. On the item is an image of dwarves and basalt. The dwarves are laboring. The artwork relates to the foundation of blotted machines by the continental granites of the ropes of consideration in the early spring of the year 101. On the item is an image of Anthium Short Snuggles, the human, and Stog Rathgulfs, the yawns of Snuggle. Oh god, I'm terrified. Oh, doesn't that just make you want to cower in fear? Oh god, everyone run, it's the yawns of Snuggle! The rock in basalt. Stan Rathgulfs, the yawns of Snuggle, is striking down, and it's short snuggled. The artwork relates to the killing of the human, short snuggled, by the rock Snoth Rathgulfs, the yawns of Snuggle, in the taut jungles in the year 92. Hold on, I got something in my eye. So another thing in the taut jungles. That's what, third, fourth one? On the item is an image of 3 obsidian colossi in wool. I guess he's trying to kind of balance out the menace of the... Wasn't quite scary enough, so he had to just slap on a whole bunch of colossi. Man, the yawns of Snuggle is not as scary as all the other things. What are people going to think? I'll just put a whole bunch of colossi on here. Azkab Atas. The Incense of Joining. I think I have read this one too. This is an early one, I think. 49,000 Dwarf bucks. Encrusted with oval obsidian cabochons, studded with silver, decorated with fungi and rare silk, encircled with bands of fungi, bone, and rose quartzes. Well, that's an appropriate cut. This object menaces with spikes of fungi and wool. On the item is an image of giant leopard geckos in bone. Okay. Giant leopard geckos. Frightening. Summon Tengath. Andenbakust. Griffin Trampled. The Faded Urges. A Gypsum Brazier. Brazier? Brazier? I don't know how that's pronounced. I'll say it however I want to, and somebody else will tell me I'm wrong, and I won't care. It is encrusted with round gypsum cabochons, decorated with bone, encircled with bands of fungi and bone. It's adorned with hanging rings of rose quartz and menaces with spikes of wool. On the item is an image of Deer Lockhouse, the rustic light of joy, the dwarf, and Petal Search, the moistness of mist. The superior volcanic battle axe in gypsum. That is surely was okay. You need a girlfriend, man. I'm just saying. Adair Lockhouse, the rustic light of joy, is rising. Petal Search, the moistness of mist. The art relates to the naming of Petal Search, the moistness of mist, and body machines by the dwarf Adair Lockhouse, the rustic light of joy, in the early spring of 112. The rustic light of joy. That's probably why you don't have a girlfriend. On the item is an image of Zazit, Live Blackness, the dwarf in gypsum. Zazit, Live Blackness, is making a plaintive gesture. The artwork relates to the mortal wounding of the dwarf Zazit, Live Blackness, with a rusty steel boat from a steel makeshift crossbow and bloody machines in the late summer of 108. I don't remember that. Maybe that was one of the traders or something. On the item is an image of moving gears and praise opal. On the item is an image of monasteries and fungi. Moving gears, perfect thing for our fortress. I'm not so sure about the monasteries. Sebshosetrith, the Mired Spy, a rare silk sandal. 79,000 Dwarf bucks. Decorated with rare silk, encircled with bands of rectangular gnarled root cabochons and baguette cut amethyst. It is made from rare silk cloth. Thread is white with the muckroot dye. Menaces with spikes of leather and clay. On the item is an image of leaves in native copper. On an image is an image of Mamzul, Excavated Frenzy, the dwarf, and Zuri, Color Stout, the Peak of Marble, the Sky Dragon, in native gold. Ziri Color Stout, the Peak of Marble, is striking down Mamzul Excavated Frenzy. The artwork relates to the killing of the dwarf Mamul Excavated Frenzy by the Sky Dragon. Ziri Color Stout, the Peak of Marble in the Top Jungles in the year 93. Another Sky Dragon attack. On the item is an image of Sash Bitten Closets. The dwarf and dwarves in bone. Sash Bitten Closets. It's surrounded by the dwarves, and the artwork relates to the ascension of the dwarf Sash Bitten Closets to the position of Queen of the Ropes of Consideration in the year 12. We have really gone through a lot of queens in a very short period. Rin Marvels Marsheet, a bone demon blessed Greaves. 121,000 Dwarfy bucks. Encrusted with point cut clear zircons, decorated with bone, encircled with bands of bone, fungi, and oval cut clear zircons. On the item is an image of a black marble gargoyle in rose quartz. On the item is an image of cave wheat and amethyst. On the item is an image of conjured, united, the Oraculum, Orichalcum, Morning Star in gold. On the item is an image of principled seasons, the basalt coffin, fungi. Imalamud, Dubulun, Sensitive Thunder, the Nasty Moon. A basalt bracelet, 42,000 Dwarf bucks. Encrusted with cushion basalt capricorns and trillion cut moonstones studded with silver encircled with bands of rectangular basalt capricorns and silk, menaces with spikes of moonstone and silver. On the item is an image of conjured, united, the Orichalcum, morning star in tough leather. On the item is an image of singled calls, the ripeness of flares, the obsidian coffer in moonstone. Tuscan in more. Conjured, united, and Orichalcum morning star. The thing everyone has been talking about. 260,000 Dwarf bucks. Decorated with steel oak, encircled with bands of oval cut moonstones and steel oak. On the item is an image of Mato Malice Vocal, the orc in Orichalcum. On the item is an image of basking sharks in moonstone. On the item is an image of single called, the ripeness of flares, the obsidian coffer in steel oak. On the item is an image of principled season, the basalt coffin in clear zircon. On the item is an image of two philosophical messages in warpstone, stable warpstone. Okay. Is that all of them? I think so. Wow, that took a while. Do we still have this going on? Yep, burning down. Everything's always burning down. What is this? Surprised there wasn't more about the forest getting burned down, people getting burned down, people striking down people that are trying to kill us. I was expecting more violence, but I guess we did not get that this time. Anyway, I think we have more than likely exceeded the time limit for this episode. At the very least, I need to rest my throat a little bit. So, like if you like, subscribe if you're not. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time, where we're going to talk about all this stuff that we're digging out.